All right. Quick agenda. Okay, quick intro on OAM, then recap the 2024 thesis, and walk through 3 things that happened in Q1 and Q2 that confirm the research, and then look how the attack surface expanded. We will give some examples, then close with the let's go. Sorry, I'm having a and close with the defense playbook and what to do tomorrow. Okay, so my name is David Girard. I'm the head of AI Security at Trend AI. I'm based in Canada. Let's go quickly on this. I've been 16 years at Trend AI. I have 2 patents in security for AI and 1 in AI for security. I develop the products, and I also work on AI factories and AI alliances. So we create the standards. So in the 4 months, we saw that the cage broke. So Josiah Benjo in 2023 said that if the AI or the bear escape the cage, then we have to build a better cage. So this is where we are. And the thesis that we had in 2024 was that rogue AI is actually a system using resources misaligned with the owner goals, policies, and requirements. So, and we wrote a little internal paper, and then it came out as 5 different articles that are still there. And we had 3 different types of rogue AI. We had the malicious rogue AI. So that's the bad guys will implant and run their AI in your environments. It could be your cloud environments, you could be your local environments. But in 2024, remember, there was OpenAI, and almost all the inference was in the cloud. Okay, Llama 2 was the only open source small model that people could run. Then you got the accidental rogue AI. So people are making accident in their own environment, and they exfiltrate information, or they disclose private information, or delete tables or on the database, for example. Then you got the subverted. The subverted, that's you got AI, you run AI, and the bad guys through prompt injections or other jailbreak or bad or issues with the supply chain, like we had just seen with Mistral in France, that one of the components that the developer were using was backdoor. So you got a subverted AI here, rogue AI. So there was 3 inflection points in Q1 and Q2 of 2026 that made all the predictions that we had in 2024 came true. So the first one, okay, it's open cloud. With open cloud, well, that was the big buzz in end of January, of course, and you even saw a surge of Mac Mini, that people, a shortage of Mac Mini, and there was other issues that you had. Okay, you had CVE with remote code execution that was there, and you can find you were able to access the local open cloud machine that people were installing with this. So it ended up in a few problems, but also 12% of all the skills that were published on the marketplace, they were malicious. So they could expose information on the open cloud itself, okay? Then there was also in the MALT book, okay, that kind of Facebook for those open cloud, you had 35,000 emails that were released and 1.5 million API tokens, API keys that were released. Okay, so all their Anthropic or OpenAI keys were released there. So that's a potential economic loss because people use your API key, then you run out of tokens quickly, quicker than you're used to. So that was the main issue with open cloud, and we can say that open cloud fits all three categories. Okay, so people use open cloud. So malicious actors use someone else's open cloud. We had open cloud users that were not, well, because there was a big buzz, a lot of people with not enough technical knowledge install open cloud, and they did a lot of mistakes. So accidental was there. And then with the CVE and the bad configurations, people were able to hack open clouds from people's. So this one fits all the categories with only one. So that was the first inflection that we had. Then, Mythos. Well, Mythos raised the offensive ceiling, I would say. Okay, not everybody, and actually this one came in April. Okay, and Anthropic disclosed Cloud Mythos preview, but it's one of the rare, actually it's the only one since 2019 when OpenAI decided not to release GPT-2. So it's a rare case where a frontier model provider decide not to release for security reasons. And they had some great controls. I know these guys. I work with Anthropic people on a weekly basis. So, and they had their good reason for not making it public. But the UK AI security team found that it was able to solve CTF, catch the flag, with a 72% success rate. And most of the other LLM they tried were near zero. So Mythos is really a huge improvement, a huge step. But as we know, remember, in 2024, when we wrote the Rogue AI articles, there was GPT 3.5, and GPT-4 just came out. In O1, reasoning was completely new, but all these were frontier models running in a huge data center. And, but now, with the next inflection, Gemma 4, you can run locally some models that are as powerful as the SaaS model were 2 years ago. So that's why our prediction is that Mythos level model will happen and will run on your laptop in 18 to 24 months from now, or if not before, at the speed it goes. So the third one, like I said, was Gemma 4. I run Gemma 4 2 billion on my iPhone. I run the 26 billion MOE 4 billion on my MacBook. And the 31 billion, well, I cannot run it on my computers without big degradation, but it's possible to run it very slow. So you have high, look at it. Here, Gemma 3, you had 6.6%, if I can, yeah, 6%, around 6% tool calling success. With Gemma 4, 86%. And Quen 3.6 from Alibaba, it's the same level or even better on tool calling. And you can all run this locally. Okay, you don't need to call a big data center. So no API call, and no DNS lookup to OpenAI.com, no NS lookup to DNS entries on Anthropic.com or any of the big clouds. So most of the network-based sensors cannot detect if you run everything local. Okay, you can run without command and control if you got good rogue AI malware, and we created some for research and development in our labs, like other cybersecurity company does, and you're able to cut the number of command and control calls and do the exploration in the victim network, do the document filtering, and only extracting the stuff that you need. For example, aerospace stuff or defense stuff. That you don't care about all the other documents, but only what you're looking for. And then you can extract those. All internal without going command and control. And then you can exfiltrate at the last minute. So that's the three things that makes rogue AI way more feasible than it was in 2024. So, yeah, it doesn't need to call home anymore. So these are some of the example, and you only have, probably don't see those back there, but for each of categories, malicious, accidental, subverted, the differentiators between 2024 and 2026. Okay, so you can run those locally, and injection moves into the agent supply chain. Skills, MCP servers, and plugin registries, not just the prompt injections. See some cameras, so I will keep it there. All right, the expanded, attack surface. Attack surface is about 10x compare. I have another slide that is not there, but where I compare the 1x with just LLM, chatbot, 2x, and then 4x for the basic agentic, and then full agentics, it's 10x the attack surface. Okay, and we got because in research we love to create formulas. We have a formula for it, which this one is the simple version of it. Okay, that interface multiplied by autonomy multiplied by tool access multiplied by the memory, short-term and long-term memory, and by the number of actions, then you got your attack surface. Okay, the other one is way more complicated with a lot of exponent and everything. So in the OWASP Top 10 Agentic, you will recognize that ASI 01 and 02 is for prompt and context injection, ASI 03 and 04 are for tool, poisoning and MCP, AS 05 and 06 memory, and excessive agency. Excessive agency is the big thing here, okay, because you make those LLMs and agentic do stuff they were not supposed to do, right? 5 minutes. Identity and supply chain, big thing, okay, because you need to know about the identity of those guys, of those agents, and you need to do it cryptographically, okay, to identify them. And then the supply chain, big entry point now. I don't have to, I just need to infest or a Python library that everybody, all the developers, a popular one that the developers, AI engineers are using, and then bingo, I'm in your enterprise. So Agent of Chaos was, didn't render well here. Agentic AI, an amazing paper, archives 2602.221. Go read it if you don't know about this one. Okay, amazing one. They had 16 use cases, 10 of them went rogue. Okay, and actually it's good for product managers, or if you build cybersecurity defenses, make sure that your defenses, you go through those scenarios and you look if your security solutions that you're building or your architecture, you can block most of these. So Agent of Chaos came in. So that was a big one. And that's a proof of the rogue AI is there. Not just open cloud, but the research. And this was done by all the big, there was at least researchers from Harvard, from 5 very large and reputable universities. A few failure, well, offline rogue, agent social graph, non-human identity crisis, so the identity security is very important, and Mythos tier exploit. Well, these are the 4 failure mode. The current SOC stack was never designed to see right now. So you need to upgrade the tools, or the tools need to get upgraded so they can detect those kind of things. And you need to go at the Mythos speed. Vulnerability ops will be very important in the next couple weeks and months. Okay, you need to speed up the patching, finding which patch you need to do first. So the big thing here is visibility, VCG. VCG, 2 minutes. VCG is very important. Okay, visibility, control, governance. And it's a stack, okay, layer approach. So you can have control if you don't have visibility. You cannot control what you don't see. And you cannot govern what you cannot control and see. So at design time, it's governance first, then control and visibility. But at runtime, it's visibility first, then control and governance. So, and we will skip this one. And the solution from 2024 was right, actually. So we said we need zero trust, but not zero trust for humans, zero trust for AI. Okay, so we cannot trust what goes in the AI system, the prompt. We cannot trust what the output, because it could output confidential stuff. And a human also cannot trust what AI generate, because they're generating a lot of hallucinations. So you need to confine, you need to make sure that they only access, especially agentic, they only access what they are supposed to access. And then you need to have user behavior analysis, agentic behavior analysis of all their behaviors, and see if there is a new pattern in their usage. And this way you can define, you can even use telemetry on the billing, on the usage of your APIs, and you can detect that someone took control of your AI, because you got a big spike of $3,000 usage in Anthropic last night at 2 a.m. So that's why all the telemetry, AITF, that we are building with other vendors, the AI telemetry framework, is very important, because you will need to detect those. And we are over time. So defense in depth is very important as well. Okay, have multi-layer, zero trust, and that's it. If you have more questions, if you have questions, I will be at the table on the right, Trend AI. Thank you.